Well, I've marked up the switch. I'm not sure if it's easy to see on this. Whoops. Just a couple of lines here. I'm going to dismantle it. So I've marked it, as you can see there. And I've drawn a little diagram there. So hopefully we'll be able to dismantle the wafers and put them back in order. Now these wafers were numbered. But for some reason these two are numbered number 2. That's 4, 2, 2 and a 1 embedded into it. So I've renumbered them with the felt pen. All this is just felt pen for ease of putting it back together. It can all be cleaned off later. Anyway, I shall start to dismantle it. Right, first of all I'm going to remove these end nuts there and take off the switch mechanism. Just a couple of bolts. This one is longer, slightly longer, so it protrudes through the front chassis to locate the switch properly. So this should come off quite easily. It should. Actually turning the whole shaft there, so I might start at this end. Maybe an easier option. So get these here. I've taken a whole pile of photographs, close-ups. So hopefully it should all go back in the same position. Yeah, a bit tight on the end of the thread there. Gently hold it, that's it, just rough on the end of the thread. Now this should come off. Right, I fear of scraping the thread, but it looks okay. Then there were 2 of these. I'm going to lay them out over here in the order they came off at. Just lay them out there, it's easier. A small spacer, another spacer. And this should slide off gently. Spacer in there as well. I'm going to draw all these spacers out so we can put them back in the right order. Quite black, the switch. And this one is marked with a 4. Don't know if it's possible to see. Not really getting that on focus on this phone. There's a little embossed 4 there. So that went in that direction. And a little spacer. Then this spacer. The long spacers. And so on. So I'll just pause the video there while I dismantle it all here. Right, that's the switch laid out carefully in the order that it came apart, which I shall take some good photographs of. And I think I'll number each piece, make a drawing and its location. So the next thing is to clean up all these wafers. I'll put these in the way they came out, so that way, as you can see, they're not too bad, but quite black. That one. Also, you see my markings on there for the position of number 1. And same with that one. And the one at the back there. So that's what I'll do now, clean it all up. Right, here are the wafers of the switch in the order they came off at and the direction. Now they're quite black. I'm going to remove these old wires. I'll leave them off. I don't need to put new ones on because they'll be wired up with new cables when it's reassembled into the radio. Like so, this one here has links on it, so I'll leave those links in. They're just single core wires. I need to clean it up as well. This one here also has links. Cables to remove. This one has 2 components on. I'm going to leave these components on just for now, so I have a reference when I'll replace them once I've got the switch reassembled. This has a link here, so I'll replace this link. It's made of the old rubber there. Now I've marked, I can't really see them, but I've coloured them in. I've got a blue on this hole and a red on this one. That's just for orientating the switch when I put it back together. I'm going to do it all in one. I'm going to unsolder this, clean it all up. Probably when I clean it with ethanol, I'll rub the markings off. So I shall clean it up and then remark it and then put it back on the switch. So I need to do that now, really, instead of put all in a box and coming back to it later. I'll never remember. So I've taken loads of pictures on my laptop there. I've got very detailed pictures of how they go on, so hopefully everything goes back to normal. Right, I'll just do the first one. Let's move these down here. So just a quick removal of these. See how it goes. It's coming off okay. They're quite delicate. I don't want to put too much pressure on these. So do you wanted to heat up this one? More heat on that iron, I think. There it goes. Almost. That's it. This one. And the last one here. There we go. I can just remove that solder excess. And this blob of solder here. Okay. Right, that's actually the last wafer. It's marked with a 4. I'm going to give this a clean up. I've got some ethanol and tissue. I'm going to try that. Try the back first. I give it that orientation so I know the blue is that side. I've got the red facing down the way. So I'll put my ethanol. Here it is. See how this goes. I've not tried this before, but I'm hoping it will work okay. It's coming up there. 80 years of grime coming off. There we go. Right, my marking on the link that's the red mark I had for the orientation of the bar, so I must remember where that is and replace it once I've done the rest. So it's there. Okay. coming up too badly. Hard to see probably on this little camera phone. Let's turn it that way. Right, that's that one done. I'm going to put my markings on where it was, just see it there. And that was the red side. The blue's still on actually. And the blue side here. Just turn the over. My red mark is here. That in that orientation. And we've got 4 wafers to do, so I'll do this one here. Let's take the red off there, but not too bad. I know where it is. So that's cleaned up quite nicely. This may prevent lots of crackles when you change the passband. Not that I've heard this radio go in, but I know what noisy switches are like. So there we go. Also have a small needle file I can actually get into that. I'll do all that later. That's what I'll do. Clean up quite nicely. My red marking was here on this tag. Remember where that is. Yeah, if I did this and then put it away in a box and do it another day, I'll never remember where everything goes. At the moment, it's all spaced out there. Right, I'll pause the video. I'm going to do the rest of them and show you at the end. Well, that's the switch almost ready to be reassembled. They've cleaned up fairly well. And I've kept the markings the way I wanted them, so it's easy to realign. I put ethanol in the middle and rotated the switch using the bar to clean out because the little contacts here are like pincers, so to clean out the dirt in the middle. New link on here, push it out of the way, it's single stranded I put on. Still left these 2 components on. I'll replace them. I'll leave them on for now, but I'll replace them when the time comes. Right, so I'm going to try and reassemble it now. Let's see how that gets on. Right.